Hi there, students. How do you kill a vampire? Well, tradition has it that you take a stake and you drive it through the vampire's heart. Okay, a stake, a long, thin piece of wood. Very often you drive it into the ground. You could have a metal stake as well. The surveyor puts stakes at the four corners of the piece of land. Somebody could be burned at the stake. Yeah, Thomas Cranmer was burned at the stake in Oxford. Okay, so burnt at the stake, burnt tied to a piece of wood. But stake has lots and lots more meanings. Now, also, while we're at it, be careful. This is Stake. The one you eat is EAK, steak. The sound is the same, the pronunciation's identical, but the spelling is different, and steak has a lot more meanings as well. Okay, if something is, if you have a stake in a business, you have a share, you have a financial involvement. So I own a 20% stake in the business. Yeah, to have a stake in something, something's important to you because you have a personal interest. So, for example, the phrase stakeholders. Stakeholders are people with an interest in a business. Yeah, so a stake. Then stake, the amount of money that you risk on something, such as a game or at a casino. So they were playing poker for high stakes. Yeah, the amount of money that was at stake, possible to lose, was a lot. So they were playing for high stakes. The stakes are very high. The team is playing for high stakes. This is their chance to play in the final. Yeah, so the stakes are like the reward. Or you also have horse races called the stakes, where money is provided by all of the owners of the horses that are competing in the race. A sweepstake, where everybody buys a ticket and then the winner gets all the money. Yeah, so he's top of the popularity stakes. Yeah, he's judged on how popular he is. He's top of it. So the Prime Minister is very low in the popularity stakes at the moment. Yeah. Okay, to raise the stakes, to up the stakes, to make a situation more urgent, more difficult to ignore. There's more at risk. Okay, so to raise the stakes, to make something more urgent, more difficult, putting more at stake, more that it is possible to lose. Okay, so stake, lots and lots and lots of meanings. Okay, so a strong wooden post, a strong wooden metal post with a point at one end. Yeah, so as I started, how do you kill a vampire? Well, you put a stake through its heart. Notice you can stake a claim. This is to put stakes or fence posts all around the edge of a piece of land, and that's your where you can look for minerals. Notice as well we have a phrasal verb, to stake out. Well, firstly you can stake out a claim. You put stakes around and delineate a certain area. But very often the police stake out a house. They watch it. It's under observation but not seen, so that they can see what's happening. They staked out the house for several days to see what was going on. Okay. Okay, this is a word. Okay. So to pull up stakes to leave, to move, to go and live elsewhere. So I decided to pull up stakes and go and live somewhere else. Yeah. Okay. And yes, as I said, to stake a claim. Okay, so stakes, the prize in a contest, something at stake. The stakes involved in a contest are a risky action. They are what can be gained or lost. Yeah. The government has raised the stakes by arresting several members of the political opposition. Yeah. The stakes could not be higher. You could stake your reputation on something, to bet, to gamble, to wager. Yeah, I would stake my life on that. Means I'm certain. Yeah, you stake something, your reputation, you will lose it or you risk it. So to stake, to put something at risk. To have a stake in a business, a stakeholder has a part of it or an interest, because success or failure will affect you. Okay, so yeah, she wins hands down in the beauty stake. She's the most beautiful person here. It's sort of like a contest, but not necessarily. And then finally, this sharp piece of wood, you bang a stake into the ground to support a young tree. So, stake. I think this is a neutral word. I'm going to give it a 5 in formality. I think you could use it anywhere. And I think most of these expressions as well. And then as to origin, it comes from Proto-Germanic, stako, a stake, which comes from Proto-Indo-European, stog or steg, which also means a stake. Sorry. Okay, so yeah, his reputation is at stake. So enough. If you enjoyed the video, give it a rating, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you soon. Bye for now. Stake, at stake, raise the stake, the stakes, high stakes, a stakeholder.